Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome to a new playthrough on the channel. Magnus, you're just in time to join us for another session in the Azores, but this time we're going up in our American Interceptor as we're playing Defending America, Intercepting the Amerika Bombers by Compass Games. Just like the name suggests, this time we're back in the Azores after Germany's won the war in Europe, but we're in control of an American interceptor trying to intercept the Amerika Bombers. So, without any further ado, I'm going to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. And it is fairly late, so we're only going to do a couple sorties, but these sorties are fairly quick. So, once I find my dice somewhere in this mess, hold on. My watch is going crazy on me, and I think I've got dice are over here. No wonder I can't find them, as Randy Smith now stops by as well. So I've got the 2d6s and the d10s that I need. We are starting at June 1947 in tonight's missions, so let's roll to see where the first sortie is headed. Where the first sortie is headed. 51 says for June 1947. We're coming over to the raid chart, and 51 is the shipyards in Savannah, Georgia. I thought that was two N's. I'm going to come to my sortie log as well. That is Zone 6. So we need our target zone of Zone 6. We are currently based on the USS Boxer in Zone 4. I didn't realize that we have to roll for detection on our base since we are in Zone 4. So where's the detection roll for that? Hold on. Because it's not on the chart, because of course it's not. That would make our lives too easy. Have this game almost completed your first campaign, although took a break from playing it for the past several months. Yeah, that's fair. I can see how you'd want to take a break from this. But now I'm trying to find... Okay, C711. Not carrier attacks. Okay, so... So in Zone 3, there's a risk of attack by Type 21 U-boats. Okay, so that's what the detection roll is. So we need a 2d6. So this is a detection risk roll. We need a 2d6, and we roll... if we roll a 12, we're detected. We are not detected. That was a 6. If that would have happened, we would have lost a sortie. So, we're going to move the raid into Zone 1. We're not going to lift off yet. Moving into Zone 2, keeping in mind that we will need a turn to get fully airborne. I don't want to lift off just yet. Zone 3, we are going to lift off. As the raid moves in, we will lift off in Zone 3. It'll take us a turn to get airborne. Which means we'll activate our endurance over here in our F8F Bearcat offshot, so we'll take a turn to get airborne. Zone 4, the raid will move in. We'll roll to see if we catch the raid. We'll need a 2d6 roll on our interception chart. That's a 5, so we do find something. We find an ME-364. So I'll get the chart. Oh, actually, I might have it right here. I do. Along with sending the chit flying on that. Okay, there should be one more chart here. Oh, here it is. I was looking for the damage chart. Okay, I also need I've got the position chart, so we have to roll for where we're coming at, which is a little bit different from Amerika Bomber because we're rolling there for where they're coming at us. So that's going to give us so we're going to need a 2d10 for the approach, and then a d6 for the altitude. So we're coming at them from approach to level. Let's see. I thought I had a chit with my plane. I need a second one is what I'm looking for. F8, F1. Here we go. Yep. Okay, so we're coming at it from approach 2, and we're coming at it level. Are there chits in here for that? I thought there were. Apparently there are not. Maybe I don't think we care about the level as much in this game, although it does look like looks like it's modified by altitude. So we actually don't do anything there. So we have managed to intercept the ME-364. So we are going to start from long range. So this is our attack. We're going to spend an ammo from the 50 caliber forward guns. We've got a power of a 6. So we need a 2 dice roll to see what result we get, and we are going to designate aiming at the airframe. Right? Yes. So we need a 2d6 roll. That's an 11. So with a 6, we do 5 hits. And I just put my pen down. Five hits. -1 because we're at long range, I believe. Yep, bomber out of formation and interceptors at long range. So yeah, we're only going to have 4 hits coming in because of the -1. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're going to roll a d10 to get our hits. And since we aimed at airframe, we are taking those from this group. That's an 8, so that's going to be an engine on the port side. Looks like... Okay, so we need one more roll. 1 to 2, we're hitting the outboard. 3 to 4, the center. 5 to 6, inboard. So we're hitting the center port engine. Oh, here we go. Damage chits. That's what I was looking for. So our next hit is going to be an 8. That's another port side hit, and we're hitting the inboard engine this time. So we've got another damage chit for the inboard port engine that we're hitting. I thought I put you on Do Not Disturb while I was streaming. Okay, next hit. That's a 5, so this time that's a controls hit. Place a damage marker per hit. Okay, so we've got a damage on the controls. And then our last hit in this group is a 5, which is another controls hit. So we're placing another controls hit for them. And now they've got a defensive firepower of a 7. So we're looking at bomber defensive fire on the 7 row. That'll be a 1d6. Defensive fire. That's a 1, which is a total miss. So we got away with 1 there. Now we'll come into medium range and run it back. So we should be at medium range. And we are... Which one are we rolling for? Okay. So chart B1 to resolve combat. Right. Chart B1? Oh, B1 is who we're attacking. Okay, so we actually need the 2d6 roll. Right. Herpaderp. With a firepower of a 6 and 8 is 3 hits, and we're still aiming at the airframe. Okay. We'll get the D10 and the D6 together just in case we need those. 9 is an engine on the starboard hit, and we're aiming and we're hitting the outboard engine. As Christophe de Klerk now stops by. Outboard, starboard engine. Excuse me. Damage marker, here we are. 2 more hits coming in. That's a 7, which this time is a random jet engine, but I don't think... Nope, looks like the ME-364s are all prop jobs. So, no effect. And an 8, which is a portside engine, and now the center port engine is now inoperable. So we get another chit for that. Center port engine is now inoperable. So now we have the defensive fire from the bomber to worry about. A 5 seems like it's going to be trouble for us. Yep, that'll be 3 hits coming in. So for that, we are going to need an APA-style roll. So we'll use black as our 10s, white as our 1s. A 12 is a port wing hit. Right, so port wing... We'll get a marker for that. Then, 66, uh-oh, that's a fuel tank. That could be a problem. And I know there should be a roll for the fuel tank. Yeah, here it is. A fuel tank requires a 2d6 roll. 2 to 7 is leaking, 8 to 11 is fire, and a 12 is an explosion. Leaking tanks require immediate landing after combat's complete. Fire requires the pilot to immediately bail out. Explosion results in loss of aircraft and death for the pilot. That's a 9, so we've got a fire. Which means we have to immediately bail out. There should be a bailout roll That's probably going to take a parachute. I believe that's a parachute roll. It's been a while since I've had to bail out, so let me look into that real quick. Let's see. Oh, bailout. Here we go. Roll for rescue on the pilot chart and apply. Okay, so we're rolling on the parachute chart. We're rolling on this chart right here. Do we have any kind of modifier? We do not. So it's a D10 roll. As long as we roll a 1 to 5, we'll be completely fine. Actually, we've got a +2 modifier because the aircraft is on fire. That's a 6, +2 is 8. Whoa! Actually, I had a note here. Should that be a 2d6 or 1d6? I think I was trying to write that as a 1d6. Yeah, that's what it looks like. That looks like it should be a 1d6 roll. Remember, +2 modifier still because the plane is on fire. That's a 3, +2 is 5, so we actually safely parachute. Actually, I'm going to double check that real quick because I want to make sure, and I'm going to have to hit the geek for this one, but I want to make sure that parachute roll is supposed to be a 1d6 roll. I'm pretty sure it is, but I'd rather... The problem is, the difference is basically between life and death in this mission. I'm just looking that up real quick. And it's not... Excuse me. Yeah, I'm assuming that... My guess is that I had it marked as being a 1... Is it supposed to be a 1d6 roll? So... Okay, here we go. Actually, it looks like there was a note from Greg Smith in there, but it's not letting me go for... Oh, let's just click back into it rather than trying to do anything crazy. So I saw something in here, so yeah. Chart B8 is a 1d6. So that's what I was trying to note on there. So 3 + 2 is 5, which means we did safely parachute. So we're all fine there. Let's see. If over water, we've got to make an emergency water... Actually, yeah, we've got to make an emergency water landing. Actually, we did bail out, so we roll a 2d... So now we roll a 2d6 for a water rescue. If over water, roll for rescue, which we were. So now we need a 2d6 roll, and here we want a 2 to 8, so the pilot's rescued. Of course, that's a 9, so on a roll of a 9 to 12, the pilot is lost due to exposure and no rescue. So that'll do it for S.H.I.E.L.D.'s career in defending America, intercepting the Amerika bomber, and all of a sudden... And all of a sudden, I find myself giving this after-action report from the grave, from beyond the grave. So that will do it for a short career in defending America, intercepting the Amerika bombers. This is probably not the way you had completing the campaign in mind, Randy. I'm assuming you went through a little bit more of the war than this. But yeah, this is actually one I really enjoy. Where the sorties are actually very quick, thankfully. So there's that small mercy as well. Rulebook is a little bit spotty at times, but Compass rulebooks are usually hit and miss. Usually when it comes to the full solitaire games, I find that the rulebooks for Compass are usually more hit than miss. I have had some problems with some other games, namely Pacific Tide by Greg Smith, but that's one of the outliers in a game that I have had problems with. Like I said, most of the rulebooks for this group of games usually have been pretty good. So, another enjoyable one, even if the story ends with a very short career for S.H.I.E.L.D. in the books. I'm rambling at this point, so we'll go ahead and wrap this video up. I am planning on having what I call a play day on the channel tomorrow. What I mean by that is I'm going to be playing nothing but pretty far through the campaign within a few months of the end. Very nice. Anyway, I am planning a play day tomorrow. What I mean is I'll be playing nothing but play games on the channel all day. I'm going to hold the actual order of games close to the vest, though, so you'll have to stop by the channel to see what I'm getting up to tomorrow. As for what else I've got scheduled on the channel, Saturday, Mystical Munchies will continue out of the Corleone Family Cookbook as we're making the entree, Shrimp Scampi. Next week, I'm still figuring out what next week's going to be. I was scheduling Arkham Horror, the role-playing game, but I may reschedule that, so stay tuned to the channel for further developments there. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications to get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care everyone, and Christoph, I will see you tomorrow.